Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your June reading. We are going to do an energetic reading using the Celtic cross, and then we are going to connect with our guardian angels and see how they can support and guide us. All right, let's get to it. I've got cards popping out already. So, where you are right now, feeling a little bit of the ingratitude and being very focused on what you don't have. And I'm not saying that to make you feel bad. It's actually quite natural to be focused on what we don't have. That's how we set goals. And as workers, I'm a Taurus too. We want to go for it. We want to get what we want. We want to have all those pentacles, right? And that's where we have our eye on the prize. The problem is when we are so focused, and this is so true when it comes to manifesting, when we are so focused on the prize, sometimes we can also get extremely focused on not having it yet. And this is what really is getting in your way right now, because you're not even focused on what you have. And I get that it's kind of an old trope, right? Like, bring in the gratitude practice, focus on what you have, be happy right now. And this is where we can have that yes and that can really, really serve us. Yes, we have a very, very specific goal. And we want to look at where we are right now because it's all about enjoying this moment right now. Focused on where we want to go. What are the goals that we have? How are we going to get there? All that beautiful practical stuff that Taurus loves. But also, what can we enjoy right now? And that is so important and will make your life so much more fulfilling. And this is how you enjoy the journey, how you have it all at the same time. And what is crossing you right now, my Tauruses? What is crossing you? By the way, my name is AJ. I'm an anxiety and trauma coach. I do professional tarot readings. I'm going to be at the Anime Revolution, the biggest anime convention in Vancouver, reading tarot live for you there, the first tarot reader they have ever had. So I'm super, super excited. If you want to have a live read there and you happen to be in Vancouver, please come and check us out. Anyway, here we are. What is crossing you right now, my Taurus? Ace of Pentacles really is trying to get things moving, trying to get that money, trying to get that beautiful manifestation, trying to get all the good practical things that we as Tauruses absolutely love. And that's what's crossing you. And that also plays into part with this of like, you want this, but you're feeling this right now. So let's problem solve. Let's get to it. What is the subconscious? What is going on underneath the surface for us right now? We want the good connections. And this is a really cool card actually. On the Rider-Waite tarot deck, she had a whole bunch of other artworks because when you print a tarot deck, there's a couple of blank ones because you have 78 in the tarot or 72, and then you have the extra spaces, and then they print out extra art. And she made this beautiful extra art. I love to keep it in my deck. I think this was from the 100th anniversary tin because it's so much like the Lover's card. So we want good connections, a good fit for us, whether that's for business, for friendship, or, for love. Having that connection that really fuels our spirit so that we're feeling that Aces of Pentacles energy. Like, this is what you're here for, really trying to manifest your purpose in life. And I couldn't think of a better thing for you. Consciously, though, we're in this Four of Pentacles energy. And it's interesting, 4 we had 4 is what you are. And then 4 is what the conscious is, of like really trying to bring it in and also trying to be conservative and not spend too much. But when it comes to investing in yourself, sometimes you do have to spend a little money to make money. For instance, like when I am looking for more coaching clients, I often pay for ads, right? And that's how people get the word out there, how people get to know you. Or when I'm looking to supercharge my healing journey, I'll pay a professional to help me with that, be that a therapist, a life coach, or even just going for an energetic read. This is how we invest in ourselves to really get the profits and move things going, whether you're going to profit energetically, emotionally, or financially. So let's see, where have you been? What has kind of had this fear of self-investment that's kind of crossing the desire to really feel connected to your purpose. Five of Wands, just feeling conflicted and that you just can't win. Maybe being in a job that wasn't serving you or a relationship that really wasn't going anywhere. And knowing that you have to pick your battles, which is really what the Five of Wands always is for me. Knowing when it's actually worth fighting for, what is right and true, and when it's actually more valuable to walk away. And let's see where you are in the near future. Six of Wands, victory. So knowing when you have that beautiful lover's energy in your unconscious, when you're truly trying to manifest, align with the universe, and walk in your purpose and service, this is brings victory. The universe cannot help but meet you there. It is our own trauma, fear, and anxiety that is holding you back. So let's look at the environment next to see what's around you that could be holding you back. The moon. It could be that you're trying to come out of a dark night of the soul, which would make so much sense, right? 2020 was crazy. 2021 was also crazy. And 2022, still crazy. Trying to trust your intuition, trying to let your heart lead you, but feeling that you're walking in the dark. And the one thing that I love about this card is that you have the two dogs, right? And one is just howling at the moon and looking to the moon, like looking to the own intuition, and one is just like a little out of focus. So let your own intuition be your heart and guide. Your gut, neurologists know that we actually have brain cells in our gut. So when they say trust your gut, it's not that you're doing an uninformed decision. It's just intuition is working on different kinds of information, right? Like the vibe of something or the feeling of a situation. Often you're picking up on language, microtone, like small changes in tone of voice and facial like expressions. Your intuition is so important, and you don't want to dismiss it. So let's go into your attitude. How are you feeling about what you're going through right now? An attitude doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, you have an attitude. But I mean, we all have opinions about the feelings that we're having. And the card I pulled for you is Death. And often in a tarot read, this is the card that people feel freaked out about. Honestly, I love it when I see it in a reading because I love change and I love transformation. And this whole reading, like if I were to title it, I would call it like searching for change or trying to manifest change for good. That was not very concise. But this is, yeah, looking for change. You want things to be different than what they have before, which is why you're trying so hard and probably why all those fear stories are coming out for you right now. All right, let's look at your hopes and fears. And so often they are connected, right? All right. Hopes and fears. You just want emotional balance, emotional maturity, and really to be nurtured. And you should want that. That's an important thing to want. And keep going for it. Keep striving for that because that is so connected to that lover's energy that you had in your subconscious card. And let's look at final outcome. And then we'll connect in with our guidance from our angels and spirit guides. All right. Final outcome. Three of Pentacles. Sometimes we need to learn and invest, just like we had in the other card. I should keep them out so I can bring them up again and show you, but in future, I will do that. But the outcome is learning what you need to do in order to move forward. So rather than rushing ahead, taking the time and having some reflection of being like, okay, what skills am I missing? Or what aspects of myself that do I have going on that is not attracting the right partner? How can I learn a different skill set so that I can move my business forward or my career forward or my finances forward? It's looking at where the holes are. What aren't you seeing? Truly investigating and reflecting on that and learning the blanks that will actually propel you forward and get you where you want to go. All right, let's look at the angels' message for you right now. So what is your strength set right now? What is your strength set? What are the strengths that the angels see that you have at this point in your life? Balance. Thank you, angels, for bringing balance. And this is where you're strong right now, is seeking that balance, and even being able to come to a position or a place in life where you see the value, the worthiness, and your worthiness for balance in your life. That is an absolute strength and an asset for you. All right, let's keep asking the angels for guidance and blessings. What are the blessings that you carry in your heart right now in this moment? Honoring your feelings. So often in my coaching practice, and even when I read professionally one-on-one with people, I talk about how we often, like, nobody wants to feel their feelings. Why would you? Sometimes they feel so overwhelming and they're terrible. But when we honor our feelings, we have the chance, the opportunity to process them and let them go. You will not be able to let something go until you honor it, until you process it, until you understand why it is showing up for you. And this is an enormous strength. And your angels and me too want to encourage you to continue honoring your feelings as they show up. That doesn't necessarily mean acting on them, but noticing them, allowing them to be there as part of your journey here on this earth. And the angels want to shed some light on a challenge that you might be facing right now. This one wanted to pop up. A loved one in heaven. Thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close at this time. Grief is not something we talk about enough. And grief is something that we all experience. Was it that Long Island medium? She has that book called Good Morning. But we mourn so many different things in our lives. We mourn our childhood. We mourn our lack of childhood. We mourn the people that we lost. We mourn our relationship with them. And sometimes when we have a complicated relationship with someone who is lost, we mourn that too, the relationship that we didn't have. And this is very much in tune with honoring your feelings, allowing yourself to mourn the things that were so important to us, and know that your loved ones, you can still talk to them. They're still around you. They're still supporting you, cheering you on. And I know it's not the same as having them in this 3D reality, but knowing that they are there in their most authentic way, right? In their most healed way, cheering you on, loving you, and you can ask them for guidance and support at any time you need to. Peace from my heart to peace to yours. I hope that you have an amazing month, and I will see you soon.